I'm going to do some release work for the hands. So we're going to just use our hands to massage each other. So it's a self-massage using some fascia-focused massage techniques. So probably best if we have something to rest your hand on. So it could be your leg, or it'd be quite nice at a table, resting with your hands on a kitchen table or a dining table or a desk. I just think if we're holding it up, we're going to be working somewhere. So the feeling of relaxing as we begin. So you're going to take the other hand and we're just going to start pressing into the center of your palm. So you're just going to take the other hand, thumb, and just press, release, and press, release. And then we're going to repeat the presses underneath each finger into that pad. It's the head of the phalangeal heads. We're going to press into each of them and press, release, press, release, press, release. You could do multiple presses. I'm just doing one. I tend to do what I feel I need, so you never know, it might be more on the other side. So then we get to the thumb, and the thumb pad is so big here that we actually need to do a little bit of massage. So I'm just going to like almost clap my hand, and then I'm going to use that thumb to give it a good old massage all over, anywhere and everywhere. And then I'm going to give my fingers a little massage. So I'm going on the front to back. I'm just doing my thumb and my first finger, rubbing from the base to the tip, from the base to the tip, from the base to the tip, from the base to the tip. And we also do the thumb. Don't forget your thumb. We can go back and do the sides now. So I'm doing either side, and I'm giving it a little bit of a roll as I go. And the little finger and the thumb. And then we're going to swap to the other side. So it's good with the hands because we're using a hand. It's nice to continue the swapping. So set yourselves up where you've got a little bit of base of support. The thumb into the center and press. And press. And now I'm going under each finger. Press, release. If you can really calm down here and breathe, for each press you'll do an inhale and an exhale. That would be the best. And then into my thumb pad where I give a little bit more attention and just massaging. You can do that clapping again and rolling, whatever works to give you the best pressure and glide. These sort of stroking movements are quite nice. And then the fingers. So I'm going to do front to back. So I'm pressing either side, front and back, and then sort of gliding it up my finger and the thumb. And then I'm going to do the sides, either side, and two, middle finger, pointer or index, and my thumb. And then I'm going to do that clapping shape again on my first side, and I'm going to use my thumb. It's almost like I'm shaking hands with myself, and I'm going to just swipe my thumb forward and back on the base of my palm here. And then that's quite easy to swap. And so like I'm clapping or shaking hands. It feels weird on one side. And coming forward and back. Pressing, sliding. And then I'm just going to rest my hand again, and I'm going to take 2 fingers and I'm just going to swipe or stroke down from the tip of that finger through the palm, and I'm going to arrive at the wrist and then come to my second one, to my middle finger, and ring, and little, and the thumb. And I'll repeat. Oh, and then actually we'll do this next bit before we swap. So same thing, fingers, same stroke. Instead of finishing at my wrist now, I'm going to continue up towards elbow. Slide. Try and keep that hand relaxed. Sometimes this pressure can cause the fingers to curl, which is completely fine. And the thumb. And then we'll swap to the other side. And I'm going to start at my index finger. So we're just going to the wrist first. Middle finger. Ring finger. Pinky. And my thumb. And then we're going to do it all the way up. And 2. And 3. Little. And thumb. So then we're going to make a fist. I'm going to leave one palm open and, oh actually sorry, I forgot my back of my palm. So if I go back of the palm, I'm going to come back to 2 fingers again. And we're just going to do a little massage on the outside, center, inside on each finger. So just pressing through the one side, the middle, and then the other side, and then the swapping to the next finger. And each side. A little bit tricky when you get to that thumb, but you can make it work. And then swap to the other side, same thing. So one side, middle, the other side on every finger. And remembering my thumb. And then we're going to hold a fist, and I'm just going to scribble all over the palm. Feels really nice. Anywhere, everywhere. And then swap. I'm giving it a good rub with those knuckles all over. And then just feel those hands. So if we just do a couple of little open closes, you might feel some warmth, you might feel a little softer and a little bit more woken up. And then we're going to do a little more activating of the hand and forearm muscles. So we're going to sit in a position where you can press your elbows in and rotate your hands so your little fingers are up as high as your thumbs, rather than my sort of natural intention is this. And that's going to be great work for my shoulders. And then we're just going to slowly, with a very soft hand and fist, slowly close and making a really gentle fist, like you're holding a little bird in the palm of your hand, and then carefully and slowly opening back out. So just feeling that movement. When you come out, think of little fingers around, so elbows swing in. And we'll do 2 more, gently closing and opening, and gently closing. And this time you're going to continue and make a fist and squeeze. And then we're going to open and press out like you're stretching your fingernails to the other side of the room in front of you. And then curl and squeeze and open and reach. And in and fist with a squeeze and open and reach. And you might already start to feel some muscles working in the hands and the forearms. They can fatigue quickly. Then we're going to make it quick. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Really feeling that energy. 3, 2, 1. Give them a good shake. And then just sort of notice that. I can feel energy, warmth, movement through, and that I've actually activated my hands nicely. And then we're just going to take your thumbs and you're going to try and send them into the center of your palm, which may or may not happen. And then we're going to wrap the fingers over. So index next. The ones that are left behind are trying to stay straight. And then I'm going to curl the next ones, which is hard to stay straight, with the leftovers, and curl. So I'm curling over the top of my thumb, trying to keep the other one straight, and the last one. Give a squeeze and open, and we repeat. Thumb to the middle, curl, curl, whoop, curl, curl, squeeze, open, thumb, curl, 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 squeeze, open. One more, thumb, curl, 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 squeeze, open. Give it a little shake. And then we're going to finish that little sequence with a thumb slide. So my thumb presses into the base of each of these fingers and then slides up until we get to fingertips. And then the next one, it tries to go base to fingertips. So I'm working my finger dexterity and I'm working my finger flexibility and coordination and fine motor skills, neurological connections into my fingertips, and have a little shake. And I'm also getting that lovely stroking massage. And then we're going to do a mudra. So this is from yoga, the realm of yoga, from my lovely yoga teacher, Jane. And I wanted to do it with you today because the mudras go with all the different meridians and seasons and organs. But this one is particularly for the heart, which the meridian of the heart goes through the arms. So I thought that that would be appropriate for today. And it's a fun little thing to do something different with our hands that we wouldn't normally do. And I'm sure there's lots of benefit from it. So we're just going to start with the right pinky. I might come up a little closer for this. So I'm going to take my right pinky and bring it in between the other hand, index and middle fingers, like so. And then I do the same on the other side. So I take my other ring finger and it's going to go in between the index and middle fingers on the other side. And it looks like this. So you can look down and see. And then I've got my middle fingers, they're going to curl over the top of those fingers. So I've curled my middle fingers now over the top of my index fingers. And then I'm going to send the pads of my fingers on the little finger, the index and the thumb all together and bring them down to my heart center. And we're just going to sit for a minute. You can look at your fingers and appreciate that really beautiful shape you just made. Close your eyes and just relax and breathe. And then slowly open your eyes. Give your hands a wiggle and a shake. And then we're going to come up onto all fours and start to do a little bit more strengthening work for our shoulders.